Alright, the first deck of the day is a user-submitted deck by user bengui. It is what they classified as a US-UK mid-range tempo deck. So what that means is we got a bunch of units and other ways to generate tempo. Tempo in this case meaning mostly board presence. If you look at the cards we're running, so we got 99th Infantry Battalion to bounce things back to their hand, half-tracks. We got some RAAF Lightnings to do the same. And we even have some Typhoons in the mix here to generate some card advantage all the while we're doing that. This list is pretty much identical to what the user sent me, with the one small change I made was I took out the third copy of We Can Do It for a second copy of 99th Infantry Battalion, just because I felt like that was just gonna make the deck more consistent, more you know, aggressive overall. Especially, you know, considering we are looking to tempo our opponents out. I just figured this second one of this is just going to be better than a third one of that, I think, overall. Other than that, this list is identical to what was sent to me. So we're just going to jump into some games and see how we do. Let's see how we do with this new season, new balance patch. Okay. I think I actually can keep most of this. Like, this on 2 isn't bad. Can move it up and threaten to eat some of their early plays, and then when this moves up, this is live. Then this is pretty good with that at some point. This can bounce nasty guard or air units back. I don't know. I think we can keep this. This deck doesn't have any 1-drops that it's mulliganing for, so I think like a reasonable curve starting at 2 like this is about what we can hope for. Now we have a 5th infantry that we can run out on 2 instead, depending on what our opponent plays. I think I kind of like the number 1 first, though, but maybe this is better because it doesn't die to an eventual carpet bombing. This is assuming that our opponent is on ramp, which they might be, considering they haven't done anything for their first 2 turns. And it's just a very popular, you know, US archetype. It's annoying, but not the end of the world. I think we'll just keep the 5th infantry train going here. And then we're going to look to start bouncing their threats back to hand. Obviously, ramp has a lot of... Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Why don't we just take that away from them, huh? What do I think of the balance changes? I need to spend more time looking at and assessing them to really get a sense. But I think overall the changes are good. Let's put some pressure on here. I guess this thing won't use... We won't we will not get to take advantage of this thing's blitz keyword, but we can just run it out anyway. I think I want to keep all the bounce stuff in hand, though. Maybe I'm just supposed to put number 1 commando out. I think this is fine. Nothing. This is just more resource efficient. It doesn't die to a carpet bombing. Yep. Okay, well, now they don't have access to carpet bombing, so that's good. I guess we'll just play Typhoon And bounce. Oh, that doesn't work because this explicitly cares about retreating. That's fine. I think it's still a fine thing to do. Especially if they're on the pin our stuff infinitely plan with naval operation. We can just have an air unit that can start attacking now. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Move something up. Okay. Ooh, that's nice. Alright. That attack means he doesn't have another big chunky guard unit to play. That's 1, 2, 3, 7. Guess we'll just keep drawing cards. Save this for another point. This requires us to have something in the front line, but I think that's okay. And so, like, for those who weren't quite understanding what I meant when I said tempo, this is kind of what the point of this deck is looking to do. It's generating tempo because we're developing our board while taking away their board, and all the while we're doing it with cheaper units. You know, we're spending 2 and 3 credits to develop our board while they're spending 5 credits that essentially is doing nothing, and all the while we're drawing cards too. So look at that, we're even working towards our fighters. Hello, Wasting Light. Welcome, welcome. I am the best streamer, aren't I? No, I'm kidding. Thanks for your... I appreciate the kind words. I definitely have a long way to go, you know. But I appreciate everyone who comes and stops by and gives me your support. Watches my stuff. Says kind words and all that. They are Britain. I like this for killing honeys at some point. This is probably a bit too slow. I think I'm okay with a #1 commando. Just see if we can get a better curve. Yeah, patrol's not bad too to take away commandos or other things. Yeah. Does this shortcut? Yeah, there we go. So they can trade for our thing here. Am I supposed to? Man, I feel like I want to play out our #1 commando and be like, come get some, but they're just gonna sit there. Let's just do this and see what we can do. There's a world where we can, like, I don't know. I don't think I'd want to double patrol it. You know what we could do, though? We can move these up and attack, and he might get greedy. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say he might get greedy with the #1 commando and attack this first, eat it, then be left with a 1/1 death touch, and then we can just finish it off with patrol to keep our 3/4 alive. Ideally, the way this match will go is much like the last one did, with us just tempoing our opponent's guard units and just pressuring them out of the game. The problem, however, is that Britain has access to carpet bombing, and that's a good way for them to make up for the tempo loss that they'd be incurring in the early parts of this game. That's also pretty good from them. So yeah, so the carpet bombing's a big problem, obviously. Okay. Well, I don't want to bounce the weakened guard unit back. We do have a patrol, so it's not the worst, I guess. Probably want to just play this lightning. I could either play... I kind of want to play the M4A1, move this up. But this play makes me think it's just going to kill this, like bomb this before I can get value. So maybe I'm just supposed to bounce the bomber back, and then I can kind of patrol, eat it, if he wants to redeploy. What's up this if he wants to like push his 2-3 up just to delay us? Okay. We can do it. I could, I guess, move this up and then play We Can Do It. That's not bad. I could get greedy, move this up, play this. Then We Can Do It the following turn. But I kind of want to ensure that this Death Touch unit stays alive, huh? Because even if he doesn't have a way to buff this and bomb this out, he could just throw away the 2-3 and then bomb with the 1-3. Could see this being a mistake. There's a patrol. Five, 6, 7. No, that's not that great. Opponent is in the tank. That means they probably have a nasty plan for us that they're developing. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What is this killing? The guard unit? No, I don't want it to hit anything that it then dies to carpet bomb. Could bounce. Play the 99th. I could bounce this. Patrol this. Eat this. I don't want to kill a lot of things though. That might have been an aggressive use of patrol, but I just kind of felt like I wanted to get his board clear. That's unfortunate. That's going to be good post-sweeper. For now, it's not that great. I'm definitely going to regret using that patrol that aggressively when they eventually find a big guard unit that I can't deal with. We obviously have another patrol and various ways to bounce the guard units in this deck, but... So it might not end up not being that bad if we can find that. So far, this delaying tactic's not looking stellar. There's 2 games in a row now where it's essentially been a dead card. Because our deck's very good at taking the... fairly good at taking the front line and keeping it. And so this is often just a dead draw, it feels like. I understand why it's in the deck. For against aggressive strategies when you lose the front line. Just wondering if it couldn't just be better as... I don't know, something else. So... He added a precision bombing to hand? No, this is just that thing. I guess I can bounce that. Could also eat this. Kill it. Could do it with this. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. That thing eats that thing. I know, it's one of those cards, right? As soon as I take it out, I'm gonna replace it with, like, I don't know. Well, I don't know what I'd replace it with, but then we're gonna draw that card in a spot where we'll want it. Well, it's the start of the day for me on the East Coast here. But yes, good morning, good afternoon, good night to you all, wherever you're at in the world. I'm glad I didn't spend a resource moving that up. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I could go... Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to go... Man, am I supposed to do that? I kind of want to kill this since it's dead to this anyway, but I could also bounce this back to hand to play this out, but then those trade. I don't want to play Seaborne Invasion until after he uses his first carpet bombing, because I'm unlikely to get like very valuable units off of this anyway. They're just going to get cleaned up. We're not in the greatest of spots. Definitely needed a Sherman in the top almost half of our deck. I think there's 4 of them in this deck. Then I might as well save this then. There's also a world where he kills this, moves this up, and I can cantrip this at least with this on the field. Hopefully he just has a bunch of wimpy planes in hand that aren't doing anything. No, he has literally something much, much better than that. Literally? Why did I have to say literally there? He just has something better than that. we'll just pass. Come on, move up the honey and attack. There you go. Whoa, that's a lot of cards. So what do I do here? I could play one Typhoon and then play the Seaborne Invasion, then do nothing. I could also play these two, this delaying tactics, and then something else. Hopefully. I think that's what we wanted to do. Of course, we're gonna just lose one of our Typhoons, at least to this bomber. I'm sure he's fine running that bomber into that. And then probably has a way to finish off. Then he can just trade these two tanks for the other one if he really wants to. At least our delaying tactics got to really shine. Draw 4 cards. Good stuff. It's kind of interesting. I feel like... Okay. I feel like he may as well have just attacked. I get maybe he's got a Rule Britannia in hand that he's trying to get a lot of value off of. Alright, so what do we want to do here? I'm eating this for sure. I think that's something I'm doing without question. Do I want a strategic bombing though, just to like get rid of this and weaken these, so that if he does have a Rule Britannia, it's not like insane. I guess we have this that can help deal with that. This plus this. That's not the worst. Oops. I spent too much time. Hello, Gugu. I'm good, you know. Running out of time on the clock. But otherwise, fine. Yeah, I definitely wanted to play either the P40 or the M4A1 there. I should spend more time playing the game instead of talking about what I'm doing, I guess. Hey! We were indirectly rewarded because now we're not gonna lose. We didn't lose another unit. So big brain plays. We'll just do this now while we have the chance. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and play the M4A1 just because it can survive a hit from this. Unlike the P40, it would trade, I know, but maybe he could throw these two at it to kill it. Oh, my phone's ringing. 1 second, guys. Sorry guys, this could be important, so just give me a sec. Okay, sorry guys. That was a very, very important phone call. It's related to the schedule command that I've set for the stream. So yeah, I've landed. Without boring you too much, I've landed a new job, and it's very exciting. It does mean that the stream schedule will change considerably in the next little while. How, I don't know quite yet, but next week will be the last week that I'll be streaming with the schedule that I've laid out below. So I'll be looking to stream on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, 5 hours each. But going forward, there's gonna be some big changes, and I'm not 100% certain yet what those changes will be. So, yeah, so it's great. But let me just catch up a little bit on chat here first. GG's Kowalski, that was a fun game. My attention, I didn't have full attention because of this phone call, so I definitely made some misplays. Some of them ended up turning out to my benefit anyway, though. So I think you probably had that game anyway. Even with my full attention, and I appreciate your kind words. I do try to play a variety of decks on stream all the time, just because variety is the spice of life. So I like to try different things as often as I can. Let's see. We're probably gonna end up using this patrol and this guard, so I'm not gonna use anything. Who else? Jatora, do I have a good deck for me with US main nation? Well, we're playing a few US main nation decks today, so maybe stick around, and by the end of the stream you'll have some inspiration. If you can't stick around for the whole stream, I do upload all my matches on YouTube, so you can check them out there. I would imagine that US-UK ramp is still one of the better things to be doing with US in this format. I could be wrong. I haven't been giving it as much attention as I normally do. So I could be wrong about that, but that's probably a place to start. Okay, what are we doing here? Let's push you back so I can take the front line, patrol you, hope that I can take the front line next turn and just start drawing more cards. It was a fun game. I enjoyed that game. It was really fun. Kudos to the person who sent me this deck list. It's been fun so far. And yes, thanks for the new job. What is it? I'm essentially, I'm working in a dental office. I'll just say that much without giving too much else info away. I don't know what their policy would be on me talking about it too much. Probably is fine, but working in a dental office. And the nice thing about it is that it's very close to where I work. I can walk to work. Rain or shine, sun or snow. So it's just kind of great because I like the idea of not driving to work. And I also like the idea of sleeping in. So the fact that I'm only a 5-minute walk away from work is nice too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, sure. Let's just draw even more cards. Well, I live in Canada, so that's the reason why I'm able to walk to work, possibly. I'm not sure. I'm sure you. I know that that's not the reason, but. I'll be honest though, it's pretty much the first time I've ever been close enough to work to walk to it. Like reasonably. So that's kind of cool. What's better, 3 damage or developing the board more against the deck that just spent its to the last man? I think it's... Especially since I have a weaken do it in hand, I think I just want to put as many bodies on the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. As many bodies on the table as possible. And then play this. I honestly think I'm just gonna bounce that. I definitely want to say, because like they've shown us that they have a lot of guard units, so I don't want to go too crazy. But we're already putting out lethal damage here, right? So we could just do something like this. This? GG! Opponent was playing with the new Reichsbank. They recently changed that card. We'll see what kind of degenerate things it enables, because a card like that can only really lead to degenerate things. But it might be fine because of its temporary cost increase. We'll see. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say about that for now. I think I'll get rid of the 4-drop, look for removal. Actually, I'm not sure this is... They're probably playing an aggressive deck. This is usually not that great for that. Maybe the M4 is fine. Yeah, sure. I know, this is such a good card. I love this card. Why not? Lets us do something with our resources that turn. It's gonna really slow down the opponent's aggressive strategy. Yeah, see, they had some degen stuff that they were looking to do with that card. So, just get her out of here. Hopefully we find something to do with our resources next turn in addition to attacking with this. Now I just might play out this. Yeah, this deck does suffer from not having some hard removal, so that might get us here. We'll see. They need another. Or they need a way to take out one of my attacking units. Get rid of you before you become super problematic. We'll play you. They could just have a blitzkrieg here and kill us. And they do. They have exactly that. Okay, whatever. That's effectively the same thing. Double explosion? Yeah! Did I update my stream title with all the decks that we'd be playing today? I did. Do I need delaying tactics, do we think? Against Moscow? Probably not. I think that's fine. I think we want something else before that. I think a patrol in hand is usually pretty good to keep. It's just such a versatile card. It hits a lot of things. The deck could use some Death from Above. The problem with Death from Above mainly is how random it is. Yeah, it's true. But by itself, it's like not very good in a deck like this, I fear. It's something worth considering, though. I think, because like instead of I'm not sure the delaying tactics are very good on average, so that could be what you cut. 1, 2, 3. They can't attack though. Let's just play this. We might end up using Patton kind of defensively. One, two, three, four. We can't move that up. Guess we could do this move up. It's not great. Could play this out, but then he's gonna just like sacrifice that and shoot it with this, which would be very bad. And then he'll move this up anyway, and it's not like I have a clear path to the front line, so that's not good. I probably am going to end up having to save the Patton as a way to blitz this out and to kill this. So let's just do this. See what he does. He can either eat this, keep attacking with that. He might throw this here and finish it off with this artillery. Something like the opponent's archetype might be something we're interested in doing. I wonder if they're running war production. I feel like war production with these 554th and the priests could be pretty good. Getting a 3-3 artillery out on turn 1. Pretty good. Well, Awoken Giant suffers from the same problems that Delaying Tactics does in this deck, right? Is that it can be a dead card in so many matchups, because like this deck is pretty good at taking the front line most of the time. Most of the time. So that's probably the reason why the user didn't include it. So to be clear, guys, this is a user-submitted deck list. I'm playing pretty much card for card what the person sent me and trying it out. So I'd imagine that yeah, I could see the reason for no Awoken Giants, but I could still see them being fine in some situations, because the deck does definitely suffer on occasion from, if it can't take the front line, it's like it can struggle. So I kind of want to patrol this and then shoot the rest of these things. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Can't play anything else out. What if I patent this? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then they're left with that thing. Guess we'll just do this. He'll finish off the 3-2 almost certainly. And I might just actually just patent Typhoon. Kill that thing. And then he's got this thing still, which is annoying. I could go Patton. This becomes a 1. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play the Sherman, and then I draw 2. Then I'm leaving him with a bunch of stuff still that he can like kill. Pretty much probably kill my board. I'll have 2 4 toughness things though. Maybe he can only kill 1, and then I don't have the Patton to like rush one of my things out. But the Sherman could find me answers. It's tough. We might not get to draw cards other than this, so those are kind of nice, but they're not great. Yeah, but he's probably gonna have like hammer. He's probably gonna like double attack one and then hammer the other, right? Oof, or do something really nasty like that. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. I feel like we're playing a US-Soviet war production deck later today. I could see flipping the script and kind of doing what our opponent's doing. Wow, were they really leaning that hard on the ping? I feel like that was probably a bonus for them. I don't think they probably had something else up their sleeve. I think we can go ahead and call it, guys. Like, we can't beat that board with what we have. So rather than just sit here, like, flailing about, let's just move on to another game, huh? That would have been a nice card to have last game. I think I'll keep the Sherman, and we don't know what our opponent's doing yet. Let's just look for early plays. Oh, is this the person we were playing before that ran us down? I think it is. I think I actually want to patrol that and move this up. See if we can get more value off of this 1-3 instead of trading 1 for 1. A lot of their units are kind of tiny, but what makes them annoying is that they have a high defense like this. So them playing stuff out like that makes me think they have a fast Heinz in hand. So I'm actually gonna take this out while I can, rather than play another 2 drop out. That could be a mistake, but them just running that out there makes me think that they have fast Heinz. Oh wait, fast Heinz doesn't work from the back line anymore, right? Well, it makes me think they have something else. Just gotta get rid of their stuff. That is an interesting play. Gonna like super buff their thing. It's not gonna work with my 1-2 here. Yeah. Not sure how our opponent comes back from that position based on their assumed deck composition. It just doesn't have a comeback mechanic. Kudos to does the client seem like overall much smoother to anybody else? I know that like radar animation definitely is smoother. They smoothed that out, but it feels like the client seems to be running a bit better than it has been in the last little while. So kudos to the devs for you know, doing that if they did. I think I keep Patton in hand, yeah. Maybe with this we need like early plays, but this can make things a little better. Sure. Let's see what we can find. This is kind of where the Awoken Giants would be okay instead of delaying tactics, because it gives us something to do on 1. Something that this deck doesn't currently have. I'm pretty sure if you look at the deck list, it doesn't have any real 1-drops. It has Patton, and that's it. which Patton's not a 1-drop. It's not something you're dropping on 1 or playing on 1. It's something it's just something that costs 1. Obviously, the delaying tactics, when the stars align, do some crazy stuff like we saw in one of our first games, which was draw us 4 cards, but situations like that are going to be few and far between. People still play Rising Sun in this day and age. People got to get in on that Feigned Retreat train, man. Feigned Retreat's so good. Man, we do not have a lot to do with our resources, huh? So I guess it makes sense to do this. Can be more resource efficient, put ourselves in a decent spot. If they decide not to trade, well, okay, I didn't want them to do that, but ooh, I could play a Typhoon. Now let's play the thing that's harder for them to kill. If they have a second Sendai regiment, I'm gonna tilt right out of my chair. Unless we top deck strategic bombing. What? Oh, remember when we made fun of this card? Remember when we made fun of this card? Alright, hold on. Let's not get too excited. I actually think I'm supposed to kill this and then delaying tactics. Nah, I think that's greedy. I think that's super greedy. They obviously their archetype has access to a lot of burn, and if they have, and like getting hit for 7 is not ideal. Plus, they could have Blitzkrieg to just kill us outright. No, I think it's far too greedy to go for that. It's fun, but I want to actually play with the cards I draw. Plus, we have this Sherman that I can make a thing at some point. Let's... What do we want to do here? We can Patton, play this, and fire with it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this is 5, 6. Kill the other thing. I can delay this. Shoot this. We gotta hope he doesn't have another encirclement. Probably, like, how much better is this Patton gonna get? Otherwise, what else am I doing this round? I guess I can push... How do I want to do it? I could push this back and kill 2 things. He had the other encirclement. Of course he did. Yep. This heals me for 3. I trade here. We're probably just dying to those things. I mean, we're almost certainly dead, right? Yeah. And Blitzkrieg. Some form of burn. It doesn't matter because of this, yeah. So they just run this into our thing and kill us. That's all they need to do. We'll play a couple more matches with this, I think. Stream plan today is in the stream title. We're just about to finish up with the first deck, and then we're going to move on to this German UK Fury aggro deck that I threw together. Then we're going to go try some US ramp. There's been some interesting changes to that archetype, so I'm going to want to play that. And then we're going to play a war production deck. And then I think that might be it. Maybe we'll fit in a fifth deck, depending on how things go. Oh, we got to keep the delaying tactics, right? It did so well in that other game. Now let's look for some early game, and then if I got the 2 milk trucks, yeah. But then where do we go from there? We're on the hope we can just top deck we can do it for the rest of the game. Well, hello there. I don't need to do that yet. I may as well develop the board first. And then, depending on what they do, maybe they move something to the front line, like a crappy 15th cav, and we can, like, eat that. And, okay, sure. I think I might actually do this. I just want to be more resource efficient and develop my board. Nothing? Yeah, I had a feeling he had something up there, but honestly, I think that's a win for us. I guess he's playing more control than aggro. Dude, you're gonna be so drunk by the end of this stream. I love resource efficiency. I like it almost as much as drawing cards. Huh. Resource efficiency, card advantage. These are the naughty words people need to say to make me weak in the knees. But it's true. You just don't want to fall behind on board. Like, I don't want to lose tempo. That's another word I love. Lose anything to have to do with tempo. Okay. What do we want to do here? I feel like this we can do it can be better. But what else am I doing with my turn? Yeah, it's probably just this, and then, like, shooting them in the face. Sure, now they're gonna finish off the thingy? No? Is that crazy to use that there? Yeah, I probably don't need to. I'm gonna do it like that in case he has another Eagle Claws. That way we only lose this one, not these. It's possible I'm supposed to move this up rather than play this other thing out, but I don't know, we'll see. Hello there. I think I'm actually supposed to hold these back so that I can hit it with we can do it. And I mean, he probably has a... Well, I mean, if he has a Leopold, we just kill it with this. Yeah. There's also the possibility he could do something like sudden strike this to move this up and kill these, but if that's what he's doing, then he's wasting so many resources doing that, so I'm fine with that. I think we just got hit face here. And then, like, let's patrol that. That way he can't Leopold move that up draw card. He's actually dead if he Leopolds, right? Because we can... Okay, he's just dead. That was a really good turn from him, too. But see, he generated all this card advantage. But he didn't. But he lost so much tempo because he was spending resources to draw cards and not play cards. But his card advantage almost beat tempo in that game, but it didn't quite get there. All right, we'll do one. We'll do one more since I'm like already I've already said. There we go. There's an enemy, and then we're going to move into J King. Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Congrats on your end of season first place finish. Well, better late than never, man. I appreciate it. We're gonna do... this is probably greedy. I'll keep one of these bad boys. So for those who, we have a few more viewers now, so I'll just say for those joining us, we're starting the day off with a user submitted deck. Where this is going to be the final match. We're going to play with that, and then we're going to move on to some creations of my own for the rest of the stream. Is this the person we died to before with this deck? I think it is. I think it is. We're about to get encircled. Alright, we're definitely just going to play out a 99th as a 2-3. Oh my god, this guy's draws. He's on fire! Well, that's a thing. I can do that, that, and get some breathing room. Then maybe these blitz units can make some nice trades. That's okay. I actually think I play the, what do I play? I could play this, can eat this, and still stick around. I think that might be worthwhile. There's a possibility we can do it next turn to make it eat something else and stick it around, buffer our life total. Probably not though. We're probably just gonna end up trading it for something, playing first Marines and shooting with that. And then we don't have enough resource to play out something else. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Well, that's a heck of an elite if that's what he just pulled. Maybe I am doing the turn that I just said. Another we can do it. This is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it doesn't do much. I mean, I could trade here and then move this to the front line. It's not the worst, I suppose. I think like now's the time to do this. Maybe 101st Airborne plus another patrol gets rid of this. Or just another patrol. I mean, at least takes away the smoke screen. We can finish it off. Well, why not move what up? What are we moving up? I actually kind of like this. Oop. If you mean like move up, shoot something, move something else up, that was definitely something I was considering, but I figured, you know, we should try something else here. Bouncing either one doesn't change the board state so much, except this demands 4 resources from him to redeploy. So that's why I'm making that decision. Damn, he found another draw. And another one. See, I was hoping we could, like, maybe race him. But there's a good chance he's just gonna find so much burn. No, that's not the worst. What do we want to do here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Seaborne Invasion's not awful either. Yeah, I don't know. Lately I've been seeing, it seems like I have a bit of a stream delay that's kind of annoying. I'm not sure. I am not sure how to fix it. Maybe it's always been this bad. You guys can tell me. I'm pretty sure I have not had such a nasty delay in the past. Does our opponent's deck lack traditional burn? That is the question. They could have a plane that could fly over and kill us, so I think I want a first Marines. We're probably just gonna die to burn anyway, but we'll see. Yep. That's enough, right? Because they could just throw 2 units away and win. GG. That's gonna do it for that deck. Yeah, this one was fun. I don't... It obviously, as we saw from several of our games with it, including that last one, it's definitely soft to aggro. It did surprisingly well against the more controlling decks, though, with our various ways to hose their guard units. I think one of the things that we talked about is that if we want to be a little bit better positioned against aggro, we definitely need some meaningful things to do on our turn one. So quite possibly these delaying tactics should be Awoken Giants. Could be that we just want to have actual one-drops. Like, well, since we're in Britain, we may be the first Airborne, but that's not very good against aggro. Jasco maybe could be okay. 463rd Battalion is okay against aggro sometimes. Could just be Greyhounds, because at least that way they become a quick, easy way to enable our Shermans from hand on occasion. So that could be something worth considering. Even just lowering the curve overall. As much as I love the M4A1s, maybe we don't need them when we have all these other 4-drops. Typhoons are probably just too cute, especially in a deck that's running M4 Shermans. These are more... We're able to enable these more consistently, and they're just going to draw more cards. So we probably don't need this. I do love this card, though. This card is really fun. And man, I love that artwork, too. Yeah, I'd probably look to trim some number of 4s. And that's probably the way I'd go with there. But overall, this deck seemed pretty cool and was fun. So, fun stuff. All right.